Hey, chat. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? Am I not muted? I hear myself. I see myself. I see the bar moving. And I hear myself talking, yes. I think we did it, chat. I have my tablet. I have me up down here on my tablet right now. Muted, of course, so we don't have the playback issue. Hopefully that's going to help me make sure I notice if I'm not on the gameplay screen. Just while we start learning the muscle memory, you know what I mean? Happy Monday indeed. Thank you for the sound check, Cupcake. Yeah. Got back from my doctor's office a little bit ago. You know, I'm trying to think and remember when the last time the doctor ever saw me at the scheduled time. You know how they always ask you to come early, especially new times. New doctors, they want you to fill out a lot of paperwork usually, and they want you there a half hour early. And I always make sure to get there a half hour early. But they never actually see you at the scheduled time, do they? It's always, like 15, 20, 30 minutes after that. And it's at that point, it's like, well, I mean, why don't you just tell me to show up on time? And this will work great for everybody. But I guess you have to kind of account for the lowest common denominator and those people who you told them to show up a half hour early and they actually showed up 15 minutes late. And I guess they don't want to just send them packing. Maybe they do send them packing. I don't know, because I've never been actually 15 minutes late, I think, to a doctor's appointment. I'm sure that's not true. I'm absolutely certain that must not be true. Don't listen to me at all, chat. But we're going to pretend it is for now. All right. Anyhow, all right, let's switch over to the gameplay scene before we forget where we're at and what we're doing. We're on our Mercenary playthrough currently. Let's switch to game sounds. Cupcake, can you confirm you hear a fire and not music right now? Well, there is music, but you hear a crackling fire. So we're still in Act 1. Thank you. So we're still in Act 1. We're just, I believe, the end boss. We had actually just reached the end boss at the end of stream last night. And we gave him 2 attempts. The first attempt was pretty solid. The second attempt, not quite as solid. And then we decided, I decided I wanted to go get a Christmas tree instead of bashing my head in there. Could have been next fight, could have been, 15 more, who knew. So, but we're going to go crush him at the start here. Check my gear first, naturally, and then after, move on to Act 2. All right. So let's see where we're at. What was my inventory like? Right. I don't care about that, but we did realize, actually, and I wonder if it's just going to be consistently true. Actually, never mind. I just realized I forgot this guy existed. Thank you. I love you, the hooded one. You are my friend. Identifying things for free is fun, chat.
Never had any love for old Count Gianor. Give him a stab or two for me.
Oh, I will. Darn it.
Hey. Feeling lucky?
Alright, we do not need mace.
Not bad.
We'll hold on to that ring, but I don't really care for this tiara. And, no.
Deal.
Healthy cultist crown of the brute. The brute, chat. It's got some life on it. Armory, yes. You know that I'm going to count on getting the intelligence for this.
Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
Alright, and what else we got here? We have some chaos res on some boots. Our boots are... I mean, our boots have movement speed, which makes me happy. So we're just going to suck it up for now. We're happy with movement speed. Fire damage to attacks, cold damage. I think we just made the swap at the end, right, chat? I'm not sure. Somebody could convince me that I'm wrong here. 2 life per enemy hits with attacks is actually pretty strong. How does it compare to 7 life per enemy killed? Well, I suppose it depends on how tanky the enemies in the area are. Well, I'm actually just going to throw this in my chest for now, just because I have a little bit of a hoarder still in me, and in case something bad happens, I want to have those. If I decide these are absolutely, like, my health starts just taking a lot more damage than I was thinking it was, and that two per hit was big. I'll hang on to pretty much all rings for the moment. Still don't have a weapon that can use a rune or any gear, it looks like. Right, we took second wind out of slot because... Whatever. I wanted to decrease how much mana we were chewing through. I think I stand by that. I'm just going to leave it right there for now because maybe I changed my mind. I have... Inventory space hasn't been a huge issue. I don't feel really bad about sacrificing this one singular column here, although I'm going to look at my support gems to make sure I don't want those. But before I do that, let's see if there's any crossbows that we want to buy, chat. This guy sells crossbows, I'm presuming?
If you find a pint out there, do bring it. Anything take your fancy?
So we have to roll it down. Which, you know, how much money I got? Got 7,000 minus 1. Sure. Let's just see if we get lucky.
Give a keen eye. Till next time.
Wait, where was that essence? Oh wait, I think that essence had defense, right? No bueno, I don't want defense on a weapon. Particularly. So then let's RNG it. Let's upgrade this normal item to a magic item with 1 modifier. 1 to 3 cold damage. I mean, I like cold. But I do attack speed, so let's actually see if we can 9 life per enemy killed. I haven't confirmed this yet. I've just been operating in the presumption I can't do this again, right? I cannot. Right, I can't. It's still 2. Still just 1 prefix, 1 suffix per magic item. Makes sense, makes sense. Any thoughts in chat? Attack speed versus 9 life per enemy killed. Cold damage versus fire. This is a bigger fire number. Honestly, I think... I'm pretty confident that the attack speed's worth. And that we just stay with what we got. But I'm not confident enough to throw that away yet. What was this one? Lightning damage. So we have this sort of... We have our choices here if for some reason we want lightning or cold more. But we have all these empty stash tabs, so we'll sweat that later. Was there any support gems that I want? before we go back and try to get to the boss again. Because we, unfortunately, we do know that we have to start at the level floor 1 again, so it will have to be a little hike back to the boss. It's fine, because I've been having a blast killing just random enemies. Gameplay's been so much fun. I mean, so that would nerf our bow a bit, right? No, I'm happy right now. Second wind. Just need more intelligence. I don't want to do that. War banner. What can we do for war banner? No, it makes the spirit too expensive. That's the problem. We don't have the spirit, chat. We only have enough just to place it. Pretty sure. And armor piercing rounds. Cost multipliers 120%. No chaos, no elemental. So wait, this has no penalty? Aside from upping the requirement? It's just free stun every 5th attack. I mean, it's free. I think. Let's give it a shot. Make sure it went to the right slot. Just because I don't have trust yet. Okay, well, we made an upgrade. That's nice. Is there anything that has an empty? This one has an empty. What? Prefix? Let's see what you got. Sadness. I mean, it doesn't make it worse. At least for our build. I wonder if there may be a build where it would make things worse. Well, let's just put the gem back in here. Let's make sure. Is there anything we wanted to upgrade to level 4 that we? Yeah, high velocity rounds. Upgrades the mana cost, but it increases the strength requirement, actually, and the dexterity requirement, looks like. Let's make sure that's not a problem. 15 shouldn't be a problem itself. But what do we have on here? What were we looking at again? Sorry, chat, I just, like, completely blanked. High velocity rounds. You're upgrading it. Okay, what supports to high velocity rounds? So high velocity rounds currently +5 dexterity, +5 strength. So that will make it 20/20, right? On the requirement side. And we have plenty, looks like, so that's fine. Just making sure, chat. Just making sure. That was the only one that we could upgrade, right? Oh, we get new skills, I guess. I completely forgot that new skills were a thing we could consider. I've just had enough time managing my current ones, to be honest. Just trying to get the muscle memory in for them at the moment. Which do remind me that I wanted to start using my gaming mouse buttons. I had to think about actively how I want to integrate those. I try to do it thoughtfully. Put buttons on that make sense, right? If, for example, there's like an intuition that I would want like dodge roll to be very easily accessible on my mouse thumb button. But realistically, I don't know of any scenario where my left thumb is not going to be on the space bar. Like right now, at least I'm trying to think of like when that's going to happen. And if that's not going to happen, there's no point in double binding dodge roll, right? So I'm trying to be thoughtful about how I'm going to use my mouse and not trying to train my muscle memory incorrectly. I'm just going to stay at these for now. I want to at least go get my face crushed by this boss a couple more times before I try too dramatically altering the build. That means that we don't need this in our inventory anymore. Oh. That has a different number on it. It's a 5. Not a 4, chat. A 5. Oh. Does this literally just negate everything I said? Converts physical damage to cold damage and knocks back enemies. AoE ammo. So this is just an ammo type. Loads your crossbow with a clip of icy bolts that rapidly fire. So it sounds like leaving a shard of ice at the impact location unless the bolt hits an enemy. So it sounds like the firing pattern is probably going to be similar to the armor piercing rounds. Chain lightning. And I'm actually taking a cue from... So these skill icons are actually seem pretty helpfully designed. Thoughtful intent went into the design here. You can actually see what the fire pattern is of each of these shots. If you look at where my mouse cursor is here on the fragmentation rounds, right? This looks like it's going to be a shotgun blast. Same with Firmer Frost. Both of these have the same kind of firing pattern. Armor piercing, it's going to be like a machine gun. So these icy shards, and it looks like rapid shot. That's just good game design, but I appreciate it. So thinking that through, I can just tell this is going to be electric shotgun. This is going to be fire, machine gun. Realistically, right? Yeah, looks like fire machine gun. And this is ice machine gun. And gas grenade causes a poison cloud. Do I have anything that's benefiting chaos right now? I don't know in the abstract which one of these is which grenade is stronger, but I'm just gonna not upgrade this one for now and be more interested in... I think I'm actually curious about this ice shards, just because I'm curious how the gameplay changes when I have an alternative ice method to the shotgun. Oh, that's right. You're absolutely right. I keep forgetting that. Oh, yeah,
Ice shards targets the ground, leaving shards of ice that explode when enemies step on them. You can reload manually by using this skill again.
Yeah.
Ice shard.
I like it.
Shot heats up your crossbow as you continue to shoot, dealing more damage the hotter it gets. Grenades also gain extra damage from heat.
Okay.
You can reload manually by
I
using
would have
this
skipped
skill
that part.
again.
I didn't read it. Heat also grants bonus to grenades
Rapid
you
shot
fire.
heats up your crossbow as you continue to shoot, dealing more
That
damage
is
the
appealing,
hotter it
actually.
gets. Grenades also gain extra damage from heat.
That do be appealing, actually, at the moment, because it synergizes with our grenades for everyone. Chat. We're giving everybody grenades today, handing them out like Christmas presents. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Why not? For funsies. All right. Do I have other supports I can take? So let's see. What are our supports that we want on that now? Extra fire, but less cold and lightning, which seems fine for fire shot, to be honest. More attack speed. Do love me some attack speed, chat. Do love me attack. Scatter shot. Is LMP. Right? Let's say multiple projectiles. 2 extra projectiles. Why is this gray? Your character is already using the support gem. Oh, that's right. That's actually kind of cool. I forgot about that, chat. I know I had heard it at one point, and then it just left my mind. But this interface actually makes so much more sense once you realize and remember that you can only use each support skill once. You can't have LMP on every projectile you got. Now, maybe if they had different names, you could, right? Like, so if they had like a scatter shot and then like a silly shot that did the same thing, like I'm sure, and there will probably be places in the gems where that is actually relevant. They're just kind of tweaked a little bit, but mostly the same function, or can be bent to the same function. But that is cool just because it forces you to strategize about your build. It's a great example of constraints breeding creativity. So technically a constraint has been placed on you, chat. You have less flexibility. You have click should recommended at the bottom. Yeah. You have less flexibility than you would have in just the alternative, right? Where you can use whichever gem you want for whichever skill, and you could have like, you could just, and even stack up fire fusion, right? Like make 2 fire fusions, just put both of them on rapid shot, right? We just all the fire damage. In fact, there were times to do that in POE1, right? Where you would use, I mean, some niche scenarios. But because this constraint exists, it forces the player to be more creative. They have to think and experiment and explore, and that process is generally, I can't say it's not for everyone, but generally found to be appealing, exciting, fun, right? And so that's why this is such a beautiful, it's a beautiful, elegant change. But that yet keeps it grounded in the familiar, right? I still very clearly understand these are support gems. I understand how they interact with the skill gems. And the fact that these aren't being dropped anymore as named gems. They're not pre-selected. They did a very clever thing there, so they don't ever have to real worry about it's flood insurance to an extent, right? Like they can't, since you can only use one, now it is really bad when you get the second copy. The second copy is useless to you, right? It's no longer like, well, maybe I'll find another skill I want to use greater multiple projectiles on because I hate mana, or whatever. No, you can't. Love it. I love it. I'm now thinking about whether or not I actually want my scatter shot on my grenades. I'm gonna play this morning thinking, or it's not the morning thing, or the start of the session, thinking about that exact thing. Just because, like, I kind of wonder what scatter shot could be used for better now, possibly. But let's just stack. Let's do fire fusion. Seems great. Let's do that. Yeah. This seems like the skill I want that on anyways. And what was the other thing that was an option here, at least? And yes, I'm sorry, I didn't... I tried to continue my train of thought before getting too sidetracked, but yes, this is awesome. The fact that you were just shown the recommended gems, the ones that pair well with this skill, perhaps, but you still have access to all of them. It's great. This is nice guidance. I am not overwhelmed with choice at this moment. Right? It's possible I'm not making optimal choices, right? For all I know, an Everate, probably not, is better in combination with one of these skills, but it hasn't been shown for me yet. But, like, that's not actually relevant in Act 1, is it? What's relevant is whether or not I'm gonna have fun, whether or not I feel like I'm growing and developing as a character and learning the mechanics, right? And so it's just narrowing your selection here. Constraint. In a way, still breeding creativity, because it's just forcing the player to move forward. And it's not, this can be paralysis for some people. You know, you have to stop and read each one. I'm given 3. Realistically, I was given 2 because I had already used 1. And then later, I still have that chance. Like now, later in the game, when I'm just dying for the ability to max, I get to go deep and figure out what the absolute best pairing is. So I just talked a bunch about not getting too caught up or, held back with the progression. And spent 15 minutes talking, I think. But, so we'll get to the gameplay chat. But I just thought that was really fun and interesting. More tech speed's great. I'm going to want this eventually anyways. Like, there's no way that I'm not going to want to have that as an option. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this gem right now and shove it in there and see what happens. Maybe you want to change it for a different skill later. But again, knowing that, like, yeah, I'm going to want that gem. Exactly one of them. But I am going to want one of them. So it also reduces that encumbrance to the decision. I know there's realistically no way I'm getting severely punished for that choice there. That gem actually became essentially character progression in a very, very direct sense. All right, where does this take? Wait, the manor. Yeah, this is where we want to be, right? First floor? Yeah, first floor. There's the ramparts. Den of the Mad Wolf. We're back, chat. All right. I am ready. Let's get going. Let's remember what our keys do, though. Oh, wait, I didn't rebind that new one. Hold on. Grenades for everyone.
Need more time.
All right. Where do I want to put that new skill? Control keys are obviously less accessible. Wait, Warbender. Okay, Warbender doesn't need to be there, I don't think. Ooh, it's got 50 bullets? This thing comes with 50 bullets, chat? Hell yeah! Machine gun! Ah-cha-cha-cha. Oh, thank God. It chews through your mana quite a bit, though, doesn't it? Thank good you don't actually have to find ammo. You just get magic bullets. which is okay with. You want to know why I'm okay with that, chat? You want to know what else is magic in this game? Everything. Everything in this game is magic. You can have magic bullets, fine. You're raining meteors from the sky. Raising the dead. I don't hate the shot. I don't hate the fire pro pattern here. Let's heat up that gun. Wait, I'm not. Oh, I switched ammo. Shoot. Grenades for everyone!
Not yet.
Ooh, a rune.
Bloody horrors.
I thought I had those always show. Mess with that thing too. Grenades! I love how the grenades have like a fire effect to them now. It's great. Shouldn't forget that my other weapons, like other ammo, is still shot though. Railgun, and I missed every single one of those shots. All of them. Well done, me. Crushing it. This is new. No, you can't be new. You've been in this zone before. Just don't remember it for some reason. Check the chest. Oh? This could be better, chat. Let's go see. It can be really difficult, especially in early game, to try to figure out which base types are good or worth keeping or rolling. But it's pretty helpful whenever you find the exact same one. Because you know, well, if I can make these blue numbers better, then this is going to be better, right? And I guess I didn't look to see. You got T2 and a T1. The strength threshold isn't wowing me, though, in T2 life. So I think it's worth rolling. Also, I could figure out what to do with these runes. Runes are one time, right? Oh wait, I need to check. First, is the rune? Oh, crap. Snibberg, are you here? I don't know if there's any way I can actually answer this question. I'm curious if the rune enchantment, I presume it's going to be applied as an enchantment to the armor, is actually mutually exclusive with like if it takes the same prefix and suffix